Welcome back to the course. Okay, in the last video we did the data menu. In this video we're going to look at the review menu. So if we go to our data, we go to review. The first option we have here is a spell check. So that's pretty straightforward. You click on that, it goes through your document and checks for spelling. So depending on what country you're on, it might either like that spelling or not. You can either ignore it once, ignore it all, or you can add it to the dictionary. So I'm going to go ignore all. Ignore all. It will go through every single item that it wants to check the spelling. Now a lot of our column names are a bit strange, so let's maybe test it on this page. And you can see a spell check complete. It's happy. If we did have a spelling mistake, and we did that, it would come up and say, it doesn't pick up that introduction. Do we want that? We would just go change. And now it's telling me that my spell check is complete. Thesaurus, if we were looking for similar word to run, you could click on thesaurus and it would go and it would bring up all items that are similar to run. If you were thinking of something that you wanted to change that for. So that's what the thesaurus does. Your workbook stats, it just tells you the cell that is the end of your sheet, D51. So if we had to go down, D51 would be my last full cell. How many cells of data? It just gives you some stats. You don't really use that often. Translate, you might use if you were translating from one language to another language. The comments, if you are sharing this document with somebody, you could put your comments in saying, I updated this section on this date and send it to them. They could send back with their comments in. That's only if you're sharing workbooks. And notes is quite nice. You can add a new note where you could type some information in here. When you click off it, if anybody had to mouse over that, it would then bring up that little note as a pop-up. This protect sheet, protect workbook, you might want to send this to somebody but not allow them to change anything. You could then either protect the sheet so they could change other sheets but not this one, or you could protect the entire workbook, meaning every single sheet within this workbook they would not be able to do anything to. And here, allow edit ranges. You might protect the entire workbook, but they're allowed to change only one row. You could allow them to change only that one row. For instance, a standard invoice template, they might only be able to capture amounts into certain cells, but not change anything else. There you would allow them to edit those particular cells. That is pretty much all we look at on the review tab. Basically the spelling, if you ever needed to do the thesaurus, and if you wanted to add any kind of note or protect your worksheet. So that was quite short and sweet. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.